Nobody, baby, who can love you like me, touch you like me. Hey, Sunday, you can't be singing such songs. Hello, hi. Today we're driving a Suzuki S-Presso, the GL. Hi guys, you join me in the Suzuki S-Presso. I'm gonna call this a long-term review because the car is around 41,000 kilometers. I'm impressed. I didn't expect this car to be the way it is. Well, it looks like a lunchbox loaf of bread. Everyone has called it whatever it is, but styling is derivative. Anyone can think what they think about styling. Wow, I'm getting to a robot and it's green. I wanted to show you guys the auto start stop, which is nice but can be annoying. But we'll get to show that in a few. But yes, this is the 1 liter GL, 49 kilowatts, and I think 98 newton meters of torque. It's not a lot, but this thing only weighs like 700 kgs, so it's enough, maybe. I don't know. Yay, we're going to stop. No, green. Okay, no, yeah, we are stopping. Wait. Yeah, the car turned off. Put in the clutch, turns on again. That's how the auto start-stop works on this car. It only works if you take the gear to neutral. If you don't, it won't turn off, which can be very annoying if you're driving this in traffic for it to use that auto start. So if you're driving in traffic, rather turn it off. If you're just daily driving, going to buy bread, yeah, you can leave it on. I hope the sunlight is not affecting my face. But yeah, peppy little car. If anyone asks, the top speed is 147. If it's going downhill, it will get to 162 on an unrestricted road in Germany, of course. Yes, so peppy little car. It's light, gets up to speed particularly very quickly. The one thing that I did not see, or didn't, well, engine off. Haha. Works perfectly when you need it to. Start stop system. Bum, bum, bum. Works perfectly when you need it to. The one thing that caught me off guard is that locking this car, there's no button, because I looked for it until I just locked my door here on the door and it locks all the doors. I don't know how to feel about that. It is no auto lock in South Africa's economy of theft. I don't know why they left that out, but hey, you get what you get for the price. So that's your locking and unlocking, and when you stop the car and you try to open the door, it doesn't unlock. You have to unlock it again. But yeah, every time you enter this car, you gotta remember to do that in our lovely economy. But yes, other than that, the only other thing I don't particularly like is the boot shelf at the back. It's loud. It's loud. Anytime you hit a bump, of which I'm gonna stitch it in here. Did you hear it? It makes the ba-doomp sound. Which on my side, I'm gonna fix it by just adding a little bit of foam underneath. But for anyone else, that might be annoying, maybe. I don't know, but the new one, the 2023 model, has the engine in the Celerio, which is the K10, if not the K20, K10C, K20C. Between the two, so the previous models from 2022 to before had, previous generation had a K10B. The current generation has a K10C, which is the same engine that's shared in the Suzuki Celerio. The K10B had a common problem with the gearbox. I don't know if that's still prevalent in this K10C, which is shared with the Celerio, but I've never had any gearbox problems in the Celerio. So I would like to think maybe that was solved. One thing that I can say about the gearbox is that when you're going back to gear 1, it's notchy at times. Maybe there's something different with the synchros from the Swift and the Celerios and all of that, but sometimes gear 1 doesn't want to immediately go back in. But other than that, this thing is a smooth ride. You get to 120, you don't even hear the engine screaming for life. That's if there's like you or 2-3 people in the car and there's like no luggage. But if it's full, you're gonna feel that it's working. You're gonna hear it as well. You're gonna hear it as well. But if there's not a lot of people in the car and there's no luggage, smooth as ever. Plus, it's supposed to be a city car, but nonetheless, smooth ride. Alright, let's move on to efficiency. The best I've gotten from this car is about 4.5 liters to the 100. That's about like 22 kilometers per liter, somewhere there. So the claimed fuel expectation from Suzuki is spot on for 4.6. The worst I've gotten is around 5.6. That's this weekend because I was naughty. So if you're naughty, that's the range you're gonna be playing in. So but now it's at 5.2. So pretty fuel efficient. So if you drive economically, you can easily achieve less than 4.6 and you would be definitely happy with that. So the fuel claimed range of 580 is definitely achievable. I think you can even get more than 580. You can get it to 600 if you are really driving economically. But yeah, the most I've gotten out of this tank I think is close to 400 and something. So because it's a mix of city driving and naughtiness. So for a 27 liter fuel tank, that's pretty good. It's pretty good. Well done, Suzuki. Well done. Reference to Mr. How much? But yeah, it's a nice little car. Moving on to driving dynamics. This thing is a fun little car to drive. This thing is a little bit, it has some pep to it. It's not the fastest car ever, no. But this thing has some pep to it if you push it. This car actually drives pretty good. If it's windy, that's when it pebooks a little bit. It's a little bit, but it's not bad. That's if you're going fast. But if you're staying at 100 and under, if it's windy, you make it home. But you can feel that there's wind. When trucks are passing by, it doesn't do the whole shaking thing, or maybe it's just not done it with me. But yeah, it's a stable ride. I particularly, I'm fine with it. It's not the best, obviously, but it's a stable car. It will get you to 120 calmly with the engine quiet, smooth. It's just loud in here. Oh my gosh, you'd have to. Maybe that's why I think the engine is quiet. You would have to be speaking loud. Some of you might even think I'm shouting because it gets loud in here. So maybe that's why the engine is quiet, because it's loud in the cabin when the car is going faster. So I hope the sun is not glaring on my face too much on the video. Oh my god. But yeah, driving dynamics. Pretty decent handling. If you're pushing it, it feels like it might tip over. But if you learn how to maneuver around its limits and you get a bit of understeer in the car, you can drive this car and be like, yeah, this was fun. This was fun. Because it is. Like, it's a little car. You can hammer this thing corners. Just be careful on how you enter and exit them. But if you put in a little bit of understeer, you will enjoy this thing. The way it loses grip, the way you can handle it when it does, quite enjoyable. Yeah, in terms of driving dynamics, I'm happy for the amount you're paying. But yeah, moving on to things I hate. What do I hate about this car? I don't know what I hate about you. Oh! Infotainment system. I don't know why they did this. They took away the 7-inch touchscreen from the old GL. Now they give you this Pioneer head unit. But yeah, they now gave you electrical windows and ESP. I think they should have kept the 7-inch touchscreen because it's a competitor to the Quid, and the Quid comes with the touchscreen all throughout the range. I think only the older one, which had the expression, doesn't come with the touchscreen. But this new one, all the models get it. But I'll have to check on that. If it doesn't, then I'll just put a notch. Seems the expression would have not gotten it as well, but but yeah, that's one thing I'm not particularly happy about. I don't know why they did that. Why would you take away that? You would have Apple CarPlay, Android Auto, but now there's this Pioneer. It's a radio, you connect to Bluetooth, you move, but I don't think it would have cost them that much to keep that head unit that had the Apple CarPlay and Android Auto, really. But that's just my gripe, that you could have just added what, 4,000 to the price and would have had a touchscreen at this day and age for what it's competing with. Yeah, so window controls are here in the middle. I'm not quite used to it. It's not very annoying. It's not particularly annoying. In the beginning it was just like, oh, where and where? Yeah, but after a while you get to it, you get used to it, and then you know it's here in the middle. But yeah, what else? Right, another thing I would like to add that I have a gripe with is that this car does not alert you when the doors are open, even if it's just slightly open or anything. So I feel like if you have kids at the back and you've not activated the child lock, you wouldn't know if the door is open until it's like flung wide open, or when it's not closed properly, when it's just slightly closed. So just take note of that when buying this car. I'm not sure if that's the same in the GL Plus, but on this GL there is no door open warning light anywhere. So just keep in mind of that when you get this one. Oh, sitting room inside. Wow, sitting room sounds like where the economics inside. It's quite. Oh my gosh, the sun. The economics inside it's quite a spacious little thing. Of course, if you're bigger than me, because I'm not that big and my hands are really outside the seat, so you're gonna be feeling the next person next to you quite often if you are bigger than me. But there is enough room at the back. I think this car can seat 4 adults comfortably, because I can sit behind myself without a problem. I can comfortably sit behind myself. I'm not that tall, but even someone that's substantially a little bit taller than me. I've had the gym bros at the back, and they're bigger and taller than me, and they sat perfectly. So there's enough space. So for e-hailing and all of that good stuff, it's perfect. It's gonna do the thing. It's perfect. Enough room for you here. Enough cup holders. Some here in the middle, some in the side of the doors. At the doors, you get the normal windows, the Windell. You gotta wind down. I really don't mind, man. But the price point. What were you expecting? So yeah, that is the long-term review of this car, man. It's still kicking. It's fun. It's peppy. It's alive. If you meet a Polo Vivo 1.4, the 55 kilowatt one, take your chance. You might win. Take your chance. If you meet a Ford Ranger 2.25 speed, take your chance. You might win. Someone's asking, what does he mean? Those who know, know. But yeah, take your chance. It's a little bit of, it's a quick car. The Quid is un poquito quicker. It's just a little bit quicker, but this does the job. This does the job. So if you're looking to buy this and you're watching this, you're like, should I? Go right ahead and buy it. If you in it for the looks, the Quid looks better, if you ask me, and technology wise seems to be better. But other than that, the handling dynamics and everything, the seats on this are more comfortable than the Quid. The Quid feels like a styrofoam thingy covered by cloth. And this metal part just right here at the bottom, after some time you can start feeling it. On Suzuki S-Pressos that have a lot of kilometers that I've been in don't have that. So just keep that in mind in terms of comfortability inside. The seats in this one are better. I like the suspension in this one better. It's mid, it's not hard, it's not soft. The Quid, soft, and for driving dynamics, not really my pick of the bunch. So if you're going for style and technology, go for the Quid. It's really not much difference. It's just that, yeah, you have to change the head gasket. I think that's something that those suffer from. But yeah, I've not heard about any gearbox problem lately from 2023 for this one. So yeah, S-Presso GL. The GL Plus just has mags and the touchscreen and a few decals that make it look nicer, but other than that, just buy the basic one. There's really not much that you are missing out on. If you're buying this new, it's around 178, that's around there, but rather buy it used. 40K's in, this one is still in good shape, still smells nice, seats look nice, it does the job. Oh, and I didn't stop at the stop. The traffic officers, hello. Yee. But yeah, if you're going for this and this is on your list and you want to choose between this and the Quid, my pick would be this. If it's for e-hailing and stuff, still this in terms of a reliability factor, since it shares its stuff with the Celerio. There's parts availability. Not that I've had problems about the Renault. Okay, yeah, I have. The belts for the auxiliary belts for the Renault currently are not in stock in South Africa, but I've never had any stock issues with the Suzuki. So it's up to you. This has now turned into a long review. It was supposed to be short. Someone is coming out of this car. You see, guys, no, I'm scared because I'm like, did I lock? What a lock? Aye. But yeah, she's done. Go buy it. It's a good car. She drive. She work. There's windows, there's lights. This reminds me of Corollas, man. Those old 160 GLEs. Like, it's back to basics. It's back to basics. Yeah, hope you guys enjoyed the review. I'll catch you on the next one. I hope the sun wasn't much of a problem.